Victor here. Welcome back to NFL Fan Table on SugarBank.com. Welcome to the Bounty episode. With me tonight is my co-host of some late-breaking news, Mr. Ethan Haver.
Hey everybody, glad to be here, Amy.
Thanks, I'm happy you're here. Unfortunately,
Are you really happy I'm here, Amy?
my favorite hater, Ethan's brother Jake, couldn't be here tonight. Ethan's a lovely little substitute.
Just stuck with the number 2.
Speaking of number 2s, wah, wah, wah.
Yes.
Ethan's joining us tonight to talk about the very, very ugly things that are happening in New Orleans. The Bounty incident, the Bounty episode, as everyone's calling it. I'm not calling it Bounty Gate because I don't believe everything needs to have a gate behind it.
There's a lot of gates. Too many gates.
Too many gates. It's overused.
How about maybe like St. Valentine's Day Massacre or something like that? You know, let's make it a little more theatrical.
Yes, and it is ugly. It is ugly. There are not things aren't good down there, that's for
Amy,
sure.
give us a quick little rundown of what's going on.
Okay, well, obviously the Saints, here's the thing, it's blown out of proportion. First of all, we weren't actually trying to physically maim another player. We're just going to take him out. That's what the game's all about.
It's just, hurt someone for money. That's it.
I mean, look.
Like the mob.
It's not even that. It's not exactly how it works. And all of a sudden get like a $15,000 fine to earn $2,000. Look, it's a little bit overblown, out of proportion. It's very unfortunate. And my first question was like, is it possible to blame this on Reggie Bush?
I know, right? Reggie's got to be at fault somehow. He's in Miami laughing that he caused,
oh my God,
all of this.
I would love it. I would also know who was in charge of the list. Because I personally like to add some names to the list. Why wasn't Marshawn Lynch on the list, right?
I'm sure you want to add Alex Smith on there.
He would have been a great person.
Maybe Russ Limbaugh, you know?
Rick Santorum. If we can add assholes to the list, let's go all in, people.
You know, let's get some real bounties going.
Exactly. So now, evidently, there's like 18,000 documents that, produced all these results. And it's very tragic. But here's the thing. If there's 18,000 documents where I can go through some other people's business and some shit, send them my way, because I'm all about that.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? Amy probably actually is one of those documents. She has on an email basis with Greg Williams, so I'm sure she's probably document 17,001. It's going to be in court somewhere.
Back in 2009, Greg Williams and I exchanged a few emails in a personal, friendly nature. There was no bounties discussed. It was mutual admiration at that point in time, and I wouldn't be surprised if my documents ended up somehow being...
You could be summoned.
I'm probably a lot deeper in this than we all realize.
Saints fan 44117, please report to court. So, all kidding aside, Amy, I hate to say it, but I think they may lower the boom on you guys.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get our hands slapped in this, we're going to get our ass spanked a little bit more, right?
Keep your fantasies out of the show. We already established that Jake is not here.
I know, sorry, I can't get past that.
Well, I think that Goodell might make an example of you guys, unfortunately.
It's bad timing, really bad timing to have an injury thing.
It's a slow news time, so they're looking for something. But I can see Greg Williams maybe getting a year's suspension, considering what happened allegedly in Buffalo and in D.C. with, the same kind of thing. I could see Sean Payton maybe getting a couple of games, and even your boy Vilma. He could get a few games, so we'll see. Let's
just hand down the fine suspensions.
I just hope that they don't take a lot of draft picks from you guys, because that'd be
we're already a little bit slight on those anyway.
But you are getting Randy Moss, so there you go.
Oh my God, yeah. There's a lot of crazy news coming out of New Orleans. Randy Moss is working out with the Saints, which maybe 6 months ago we would have said, oh my God, we don't need Randy Moss, and now all of a sudden we're like, hey, we might need Randy Moss, because there's some bad news coming out of New Orleans with our quarterback.
Well, that too, but yeah, I mean, with the potential of Colston maybe leaving, you could get a good year out of Moss, he could behave himself, and you guys could really light it up. But that's considering that Drew Brees would be throwing him the ball.
Oh my God.
Because the next news coming out of the New Orleans camp is...
Franchise tag Drew Brees. What the fuck, people? Seriously? Oh
Amy,
my God.
I gotta say, pay the guy his money. Seriously, he's the face of the franchise. He was pretty much the best quarterback last season.
He's the key to it all.
There's some salaries that are out of control right now.
Exactly.
It's like this is the one time where you pay the guy. I mean,
really.
I know Tavares Jackson is out there and available, but I don't know how well he would fit into your system.
Don't jinx us, Ethan. Don't put that out there. Oh my God, yeah, it's in a rough spot. And according to my friend Mike Stanfield of the New Orleans Saints, I'm supposed to pay part of my Saints invoice for next season next week. And I said, am I really seriously supposed to pay this before you have given Drew Brees or Colston a
Should
new
be
deal?
pay and play, right?
Exactly. But he said yes. Actually, it is still due next week. So hopefully they'll use that money and then go give it all to Drew Brees for whatever he wants. Because without him, the whole shit thing falls apart.
Yeah, you gotta have him.
Speaking of ugly news coming out of New Orleans, also this week.
My favorite story coming out.
Oh my God. Evidently, Sean Payton had a movie idea that I just learned about this week.
Basically, it's a bad 80s movie. You know, the remakes are the trend right now, so I think he's trying to remake some crazy 80s movie. Essentially, a kid gets a magical Xbox where he controls the outcome of the game. So, I know I smell Academy Award in this, but maybe you should postpone it till after this clears, because, you know, I know I'm already lined up to see it.
Oh
yeah, right?
God.
People's choice.
People's choice.
Give that man a giant surfboard. I mean, he's already got the
That's a good choice.
Oh, sorry. Slime him. Something.
Something. Oh my God. I saw this and I was like, oh, is this one of those ideas? One of those ideas you have in your high? And then you look back on it and be like, no, don't move this forward.
Yeah, Sean, stick to coaching the games, man. I mean, the onside kick was brilliant. This probably not so brilliant.
That's not your best work. I'm confident of that. But, you know, I'm just personally hoping that there's some other big NFL scandal that breaks in the next couple of days, because then maybe we're not the top of the headline. Like, if we could maybe have the Manning brothers involved in some type of shootout at a strip club, and maybe there's a dog fighting ring, some gambling, some hookers and some coke, and maybe a fake rape.
Amy, you give it time with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure. There'll be something soon. Stand by, because we may help you out, you know. I wouldn't be surprised, you know. We may make it rain somewhere, you know, in a fucking Crystal Hamburger in Fort Worth. I don't know.
Oh my God, well, you know your boys are coming up to Oxnard. Actually, I saw they're going to coming back up to Oxnard for some preseason, so maybe...
Yeah, you know, Michael Jackson is rounding up the crew and heading west, so,
I would love to see Jerry Jones in his big old chompers and some coaching shorts. And nothing I'd love more than that in August.
Yeah, right. Well, again, I'm just glad that all this bad news isn't on the Cowboys
I know.
yet.
Yeah, you guys got a little bit of a break right now.
Right. So, hey, there's always next year. We'll see.
That's right. Another NFL news, there is actually your buddy Peyton is evidently no longer going to be
Yeah, the big news today is that Peyton Manning is parting ways with the Colts. You know, he's had, what, a 13-year run with them, and I think they're just, you know, trying to refresh the deck a little bit.
Exactly.
Potential landing spots for him are the Cardinals or the Dolphins. Those are saying those are the two front runners.
Right. Where do you see him?
I could probably see him more in Arizona. I think that's a little more his speed
I don't
as
think
opposed
he's a
to Miami.
South Beach guy.
Yeah. And he'll kind of have free reign of the offense there.
Yeah.
You know, they're a team that's sort of on the upswing, and I think it's a good fit. I think that could happen. You know, Uncle Gary, I know you'll probably be excited about that.
Uncle Gary, thanks for the love.
Yeah, Uncle Gary, thanks for watching.
Yeah, Uncle Gary sent some condolences and some shout-outs this week to us, so we appreciate that, because it has been a rough week for all Saints fans. Everyone knows that. I appreciate everyone who's reached out to me for my Powerway Troy, Uncle Gary, Super Bowl Mike. Now, I'm not saying he came in town to help me out through this crisis, but he happens to be here on the couch right now. I'm sorry, in the studio. And if you guys don't remember who Super Bowl Mike is, he's the one that gave me tickets to the Super Bowl back in 2010 when the Saints won it all. Back in the glory days, which is how I'm the fan that lives in the past.
I know,
that's
right?
where it was
Welcome
all
again
good.
to my world. to me, it's still 1995.
Yeah.
I got my Zubaz on, my fucking snapback hat. The Cowboys just won the Super Bowl.
If only there was a move out Xbox.
I know, right? Do I have a magical Xbox? So wait.
Alright, that's it for this week. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Amy Richard. This is Mr. Ethan Havener. We'll see y'all next week. Who dat, bitches? Or in a few weeks. We don't know.